Week 10 of prep means that I am just about halfway through my 21-week prep, and I'm getting so excited. Like, I think about prep and competition stuff all the time, and it doesn't feel weird to me to prioritize prep stuff, even though I was on vacation and traveling to Bali this week. So my Bali trip has been planned for a really long time, even before I got my job. So it's a little ironic that I've only been working for a month, but I'm already taking vacation. But I already told them that before I started. And it was, even though I'm not stressed out from work, it was still just a great week to relax and just create some fun memories with our family. My sister visited with her family from the States. They came to Taiwan, and then we traveled to Bali together. So it was just really awesome because she also has 2 kids. To see the cousins spend time together, we could relax, and it was definitely just a relaxation-focused trip. So there was no pressure to go out and explore, do a lot of activities. It was kind of just take it easy, enjoy the weather and the beach. And I just feel so fortunate that I have the opportunity and the chance to do that. So I learned a lot from our trip to Vietnam. So I knew that, Vietnam was rough. I learned so many things about, what you need to think about when traveling on prep. So before going to Bali, I did the little things that I didn't do before going to Vietnam. I checked the gym hours at our hotel, and they were actually open 24 hours, which was amazing. I checked the dinner menus of the restaurants that were at the resort. I looked at Grab and what I could order. And the area that we were in Bali is just much more developed than where we were in Phu Quoc. So I think naturally just there were more things that I could, more things I had access to. So yeah, just easily could order things and deliver them whenever I needed. And I also brought more food than I did to Vietnam. I brought my protein shakes, protein powder for protein shakes, snacks, and just to show prep is number one. I brought my heels, I brought my scale, I still weighed myself every day. I brought my food scale to weigh all my food. I brought my foam roller for when I worked out. I brought my practice bikini for posing, because it was so important that I still have time to do all these things while we're on our trip. And so I brought all these things with me, and I think I can safely say that I was just about as successful as I could possibly be while traveling on prep. I think some things like food estimates for my nutrition were a little off because I didn't cook my own food and I was ordering, but I think they were just about as close as I could get. And I think the restaurants in Bali were totally fine, I would say. I just want, these chicken skewers with no sauce, as little oil as possible. And they didn't, blink twice about that. They're just okay, sure, no problem. I had salads with subi chicken breast. It was really great. So I was really lucky and fortunate to have those options. The hardest days I'm noticing while traveling is just the travel days. So I think once I get to a location, there are a lot more known factors that you can kind of anticipate, but the travel days are still just the hardest because it still always takes longer than I realized to get from door to door, right? There's a time that we need to take to get to the airport and to check in, and then to get onto the plane, and then to get off the plane, and all of these add up. So I kind of feel like I failed on my nutrition on my first travel day because my fats were way too high. And part of the reason for that is because I had a peanut butter and jelly tortilla for breakfast, and I brought as a snack a nut-based bar for the plane. And in my head I was like, oh, this is just backup. But now that I think about it, like there really wasn't any other option for me to eat while on the plane. And towards the end of the flight, it was 5.5 hours. I was just so hungry, so I ate it. And so by the end of the night, when we finally got there, the restaurant really only had like steak options, and I was like, I can't eat this. This is just gonna, my fats are already so high. So yeah, I can definitely like adjust that in the future. Like just don't bring so many nut-based things. They just happened to be what I had at home that were easy to pack. And so on the way back, I was able to adjust, and I brought more snacks that were lower in fats that I ordered off of Grab while we were in Bali that week. So it worked out. So since it was a travel week, so no change to my nutrition, 95 calories a day, 125 grams of protein. That's kind of ingrained, so it was easy to plan once I got a sense of like what I could eat every day. So for breakfast, I was just peeling hard-boiled eggs. I ate 8 hard-boiled egg whites every morning for breakfast, and just kind of got my protein in that way. There was a lot of like chicken skewers and chicken breasts, which is great. And for workouts, I was able to use our gym. The gym there was, so I had also looked at Google Maps photos and like looked up pictures of the gym at the hotel before we went, just to kind of confirm, like, is it only just a couple dumbbells and some treadmills, or does it have like a Smith machine or like cables that I could work with? And so this gym definitely had a lot of stuff. I could basically do all my workouts with very little modification. So that was awesome. So I just have my 5 usual strength training workouts that I do during the week, and then my coach has also added in 30 minutes of cardio 3 times a week of moderate intensity. So, I was able to do that just with the elliptical machine at the gym. Bali was beautiful. The weather was just so mild and like sunny, kind of windy, but not humid. Like you didn't feel humid, sticky, hot like you do in Taiwan right now. We settled into a routine. I'm a big fan of routines, especially just because with kids and stuff. So our kind of daily vacation routine was, we got up, usual like same early morning, 6 a.m., eat breakfast at 7. We would come back to the hotel room and then change into swim gear and beach gear. And then just around this time is right around when my daughter would take a nap. So I would push her in the stroller by the pool, and then she would fall asleep while my son just played in the sand and we relaxed. And then we wait until she wakes up, and then once she wakes up, we all went swimming in the pool. And then we have lunch poolside, and by then, once we go back, finish lunch, we just went back to our rooms and would take a quick shower, clean up, and that's just perfect timing for the kids to take another nap. And so during this time, I could go to the gym, or I would take them to the kids club and have a nanny help watch them from like 3 to 6. And then I could also go to the gym and get my workout time in there, and then go pick them up and then have dinner all together, and then pretty much hang out and get ready for bed. So really just like that was every day, and it felt really great. The only little changes were like we went out to dinner one night, or we went out to shopping one day. And so I'm a huge fan of vacations like this, just because I really like being by the water. I love playing in the water, playing in the sand, doing cartwheels with my son, and watching him kind of like get over his fears of swimming and even sand. He used to hate sand and like not want to touch it or like sit in and play with it. Like our first time to the beach was really sad. Like he was just miserable and sitting on a towel and trying not to touch sand. So it's just been cool, fun to see him just grow and be willing to try new things. So yeah, it was kind of like a reminder. It was a reminder to myself that, you know, I want to model like being willing to try new things and to fail and to still get up and learn how to try again. So I hope, yeah, I don't know why this trip felt like he had the chance to do that, but just, yeah, playing with sand and water and doing forward rolls in the grass just felt really meaningful to me. So yeah, total mom moment. The other great news is that, yeah, I was able to still lose weight over the week. I ended up averaging around 104 pounds. 104 pounds or 47.2 kilograms, which is just, I'm just still in awe that like weight is actually coming off. It's crazy. And so I will count this week as a success. Still trying to work on posing more. And yeah, needs a lot of work. I've also started looking up more videos of previous WNBF competitions and just what the women look like on stage when they're moving around. Before, I would just watch it and just, it's like, oh, they look so lean and pretty and awesome. But I'm kind of finally noticing a little more what the actual posing, where the differences in posing lie, and what I actually need to kind of look out for. So like things like I'm pinching, and then this is where my coach is really helpful. So like I'm pinching my shoulders here. I need to sit more into my hips. I need to angle and twist more. All these little things I'm starting to get a hang of. So kind of just getting excited for that because I think it'll be really helpful moving forward as I continue to practice posing. So that was my week in Bali. We got back from Bali on the Saturday, so on Sunday I just got right back into the swing of things. Took the kids to Costco and we got everything I needed to prep food for the week and just reset again. I'm so grateful we had the chance to go to Bali. 10 years ago, like a trip like this just wouldn't have seemed possible at all. So I think it's just crazy to reflect on how much can change, right? Like I had no vision of having kids or living overseas or like going to having nice vacations. So I'm just feeling so thankful and appreciative of the time that I have and just the path that I've been going on. All right, so that was Bali. That was week 10. On a good track, just feeling really excited. And I am definitely ready to get back into the routine. No plans to travel again, even though I've like learned from these 2 trips. No plans to travel again before the show, which is a relief because I think it'll just be too stressful, especially once we get closer. So yeah, we'll stay local. Really nail like my daily routines. Yeah, so hopefully the vacation blues won't hit me once I go back to work and get back into normal life for week 11. And I'll see you then for that update. Okay.